What's up, guys? It's John Acquaviva, and today we're going to be talking about Ron Desantis and Fox News because we're just a few hours away from the Republican nominee debate on Fox News, and at the same time, Tucker Carlson's interview with Donald Trump, which apparently, according to the Washington Post, was recorded last Wednesday, but is, of course, going to be posted at the same time as the Republican debate. So I know which one I'm going to be watching. Obviously, the Republican debate, because at the end of the day, why would you want to watch Tucker Carlson speak to Donald Trump when instead you can watch this for 2 hours?
The double with cheddar cheese all the way. Can I do the onions grilled?
You sure can.
And I will do a unsweet iced tea.
Did you want fries, tater tots, onion rings, fried pickles?
You know, I think I'll do some fries.
Honestly, if there was a contest for the least charismatic person in politics, I'd think that Ron DeSantis would at least have a strong chance at taking that title. I mean, it's just incredible. But what I have to show you first is Ron DeSantis' spokesperson on an interview in Newsmax, because honestly, if there's one group of people that is more upset about Donald Trump not attending this Republican nominee debate, other than the Fox News executives, that has to be Ron DeSantis' campaign staff. So let's hear his spokesperson saying one of the most outlandishly ridiculous statements I've heard anyone say all year. Here it is.
The governor meant by that.
Sure. Well, first of all, where did this attack start from? It started from Trump's own campaign because they're clearly in desperation mode. 20 million in negative ads hasn't worked to tamper Ron DeSantis. They've gone after his personality. That's not worked. He's got the highest favorabilities of any candidate in the race, according to that new DMR poll.
So, apparently, they went after Ron DeSantis' personality, and that didn't work. Well, I think that has something to do with the same reason why people who try to go after Bigfoot and find it don't seem to have much luck, because he doesn't have one. But besides that, listen, to say that Donald Trump is in desperation mode when he's leading Ron DeSantis by 50, 55, 60 points nationwide in pretty much every poll, it's just, I mean, honestly, she deserves a raise, because to be able to make such a statement, even if you're getting paid by Ron DeSantis, to be able to make such a statement on live TV without breaking out in laughter is commendable. So she gets her props from me for that. However, she does fail to mention that in the same DMR poll that she states, she forgets that Donald Trump got 42%, Ron DeSantis got 19%. That maybe is a bit more important than who has the highest favorability, which at the end of the day, favorability, when you're talking about someone as polarizing as Donald Trump, is a very subjective way of measuring it. At the end of the day, the thing that matters is, would you vote for this person or not? Now, I think the response that came from the former co-chairman of Veterans for Trump in 2020, I think was just perfect, and here it is.
That is another Hillary Clinton moment of calling people deplorables. There's no denying it. You can reshape the narrative all you want, but we all heard it with our own ears.
She's talking about the listless vessels comment around DeSantis' team.
Not only that, desperate? Oh, come on. Let's be serious here. Never in the history of politics has anybody with such a significant lead, such as Donald Trump, turn around and lost the primary. So you got a lot of catching up to do. And we know that
Then
Ron
why not show
DeSantis,
up
if
on
we're going to
Wednesday?
be harsh, they have to, I do not interrupt me. I did not interrupt you. Ron DeSantis has been declining in the polls steadily. He has not climbed 1 inch, and he doesn't need to show up on Wednesday. He has the proven record. You all are going to sit there and try to prove that you can match his record, because
now, listen, at the end of the day, personally, when it comes to the entertainment factor of seeing Donald Trump debate people like Mike Pence and Ron DeSantis, obviously would have been highly entertaining. But when you're Donald Trump, and this he stated on Truth Social on Friday night when he said, what's the point, basically, of attending when you're up 50, 60 points, and all you're going to do is get criticism and hostility from everyone else, and it's going to be to no gain of your own. At the end of the day, the only people that were going to come out looking good out of that debate debate would have been the Fox News executives by being able to show the high rating numbers that they would have got, obviously, after the debate, numbers that they haven't had since they fired Tucker Carlson. Remember, even CNN managed to get a 500% bump in audience when they hosted the Donald Trump town hall. So Fox News is obviously the main loser in this scenario. Second, probably to Ron DeSantis, because Ron DeSantis really thought this was his moment to shine in front of a mass audience. Remember that Ron DeSantis, first of all, he shouldn't be running to begin with, right? It wasn't his time. Ron DeSantis had a lot of support within my audience. Obviously, my main content is in Spanish. My main channel is in Spanish. A lot of my audience members are from Florida, and he had a lot of support from them. They voted for him. They supported him. However, when he decided to announce that he was running, they just saw it as a really backhanded move from a guy who, at the end of the day, owes his position to Donald Trump. He probably wouldn't have been elected governor of Florida had it not been for receiving Donald Trump's endorsement. And now to announce that you're going to be a candidate when you could just have waited until the elections in 2028 instead of doing it now, it just seems like he's, if anything, helping the Democrats, which is why he's lost so much support from a large amount of that Trump is supporting base of Republicans, which is the vast majority of the Republican voting base. Now, Ron DeSantis thought that, okay, my launch on Twitter Spaces was a complete fiasco. I thought I was going to have this opportunity to get not only my audience, which, let's be real, at the end of the day, Ron DeSantis constantly does live streams on his social media platforms that are seen by 30, 50, 100 people. I saw a live stream that he was doing on YouTube, had 70 people watching. I've seen live streams on Twitter, less than 200 people watching. So he thought that, okay, I was going to get in that Twitter Spaces Elon Musk's audience, and I was going to be able to reach millions and millions. And now this time with the debate, he thought that the same thing was going to happen finally. And he states it himself. Listen, this was Ron DeSantis speaking about why he thinks everyone should debate on Fox News.
And you won't get a chance to put this directly to him.
Everybody should debate. Everybody has a responsibility to earn people's votes. Nobody is entitled to anything in this world, less of all the Republican nomination for president. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to be making the case. And this is really a great opportunity because I don't think very many people over the summer have been following it that closely. I think this is going to be the first time where candidates are going to be able to speak unfiltered to a large number of Americans. And so I'm going to make the case.
Now, once again, this is just Ron DeSantis speaking about himself. He's been that person who's been trying to reach a large number of Americans, and people just haven't been listening. I mean, at the end of the day, Ron DeSantis is currently not really competing against Donald Trump anymore. There's not really any competition to be had there. Ron DeSantis, in reality, is competing with Vivek Ramaswamy, not to lose his second spot. I mean, that's the truth of it. So for him to state that this is a big opportunity, it's a big opportunity for you if Donald Trump was to show up. It would have been a big opportunity for you to receive that audience bump that Trump would have bought along with him. So once again, there was nothing to gain for Donald Trump from this debate. It would have been obviously entertaining to watch it, but in reality, there was just no point. There was nothing to gain. And on top of that, if you have the opportunity to deliver such a significant blow to Fox News by teaming up with Tucker Carlson, then of course you have to take that. And I think that the numbers are going to show that people much prefer watching Tucker Carlson speak to Donald Trump than watching these career politicians apparently debate and try to make counterpoints. Now, one last thing that I wanted to mention is Larry Elder posted on his Twitter that apparently he wasn't being allowed to participate in this debate, even though apparently, according to him, he fulfilled all the requisites. So let's watch that he posted a few hours ago.
As you can see, I'm at LAX en route to Milwaukee. I was just informed by the RNC that I'm not qualified for the debate. Why? Even though I exceeded the 40,000 individual donations required, even though I signed the pledge to support the eventual nominee, even though I submitted 3 polls where I was at least at 1%, I was informed that one of the polls is not eligible. It's the Rasmussen poll. Even though it was the most accurate poll in predicting that Donald Trump would win in 2016, they say it is affiliated with Donald Trump and therefore it is not eligible. And I said to Ronna McDaniel, the chairwoman of the RNC, it's not affiliated with me. She said any poll affiliated with any candidate is not eligible. And no one told me that until just now. So we're filing an emergency injunction to get me up there. This is absolutely BS. One of the candidates, by the way, offered a $20 gift certificate for a $1 donation. That apparently is okay. Another one offered a free, air quotes, country western concert for a $1 donation. That apparently is okay. Another one offered a commission to prospective donors to get other prospective donors. That apparently is okay. But I did it the old-fashioned way, asking people to support me by going to LarryElder.com, and that is not okay. And now all of a sudden, I'm not eligible. It is designed, in my opinion, to make sure that Ron DeSantis is the nominee. Anybody other than Trump.
So I don't know about you guys, but personally, I would have preferred to see Larry Elder open that debate stage than anyone else except for Trump. So once again, the fact that Larry Elder isn't being allowed on the debate stage is interesting, especially when he mentions that apparently there was a candidate that basically set up an MLM, a pyramid scheme by, oh, listen, you can get a referral, you can get a commission by bringing more people in to donate to my campaign. That is actually wild. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there was nothing in it for Trump, so why was he going to give attention and views, not just to Fox News, but also, which has been behaving for the past few months as the Ron DeSantis spokesperson, Fox News openly, in my opinion, with the exception of very few people on the network, want Ron DeSantis to be the candidate. So why would Donald Trump show up when he has nothing to gain from it? So completely understandable. I think Donald Trump made the right choice, and I think anyone saying otherwise is just delusional. At the end of the day, Donald Trump is going to be the Republican candidate, whether you like it or not. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Till next time, peace.